Very good evening. It's Sunday the 21st of February 2016 and welcome to another edition of News First Weekend. I'm Arundhati Undanayaka. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines this evening.
Ranjan Ramanayaka's over-the-phone revelation causes a stir. Invasion of an official residence brought to the limelight by a fire.
The
JVP's perspective on the joint opposition's coconut smashing rituals. Minister Partly Champika Ranavaka claims Rajapaksa government made payments to the LTTE.
Now, before we move on to our top story, a reminder to our viewers that you can join the conversation on tonight's news bulletin on Twitter by following @Newsfirst_EN and using the hashtags featured on our main stories tonight. And now for the stories in detail. A media briefing was convened in Hambantota today to respond to accusations that have been levelled by Deputy Minister Ranjan Ramanayaka. The media briefing was convened by Southern Provincial Council Minister D.V. Uppul. He contacted Ranjan Ramanayaka over the phone and allowed journalists to listen in on the conversation.
ඔබතුමා මම දැක්කා ඊයේ සිරසෙයි මම මුදල් වගේක් වංචා කර මේ ලෝන් වගේක් අරන් කියලා තියෙන කියලා කිව්වා.
නෑ ආයි සභාපතිතුමාට මම කතා කරලා ඔබතුමාගේ මේ දුරකථන අංකේ තියෙන මේකට ආයි කොල්ලක් ගන්නවා තව ටික. ඒ වගේම ඔබතුමාගෙන් තව ඉල්ලීමක් කරනවා මම මේකට නඩුවක් දානවා ඔබතුමා සාක්ෂි එහෙමනම් ඔබතුමා මේ සභාපතිවරයාගෙන් මට මිලියන 100ක් අරන් දෙන්න මම නඩුවක් දානවා මට.
The conversation did not end here and Ranjan Ramanayaka was contacted over the phone once again.
ඔබතුමා මම දැන් කතා කළා සභාපතිතුමා මාත්‍යට. ඔබතුමා කිව්වා මිලියන 30 ගාණක් ඒක ආරංචි හරි කියලා ඒක ඔබතුමා වගකීම ගන්නවා කියලා අද නම් බැංකුව වහලා කිව්වා ඒ පන්සලක හිටපන්. පන්සලක් සංගතතු දෙපළ කියලා මට කියන්න කිව්වේ.
හැබැයි ඔබතුමා මේකෙන් සවුත්තු නොවෙන්නේ නැහැ. මේක සවුත්තු නොවෙන්න ඔබතුමා මේක ඉදිරි සෞන්දර්යබරන් අඟහරුවාදා මාධ්‍යෙට මේ ડોකියුමන්ට්ස් ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ බ්‍රහස්පතින්දාට ඔබතුමා මේවා ඉදිරිපත් කරාම මම CID එකට හරි FC එකට ඕන තැනකට මම එන්නම්.
හොඳයි. ඔය ඔබතුමාගේ අයිතිය.
මේ DB පුල්ල කියන්නේ කියපු දේ කෙලින් කරන කෙනෙක්. මම ඔබතුමාලා මේක ඉදිරිපත් කරලා මේක ඔප්පු කරපු ගමන් මම මේ දේශපාලනයෙන් සමු ගන්නවා.
ඔබතුමා දැන් එදා ඔබතුමා කිව්ව දේ කරන කෙනෙක් නම් ඔබතුමා CID දක්වා පොලිස් කට්ටලට ගහනවා කියන එකත් ඔබතුමා පස්සේ නැහැ කියලා කිව්වා.
මේ නඩුව ඉවර වෙනකොට හොඳට කන් දෙකෙන් අහුම්කන් දුන්නොත් මම කියන්නේ මොකද්ද කියලා මම නැහැ කියලා කියන්නේ නැහනේ. රුපියලක් හරි අරන් තිබුණොතින් මම මේ අමාත්‍ය ධූරයෙන් මම ඉල්ලා අස්සෙනවා. දේශපාලනයෙන් මම සමු ගන්නවා. හැබැයි ඔබතුමත් මේ කියන්නේ ඇත්තක් නම් මම අයින් වෙනවා වගේ ඔබතුමාට මේක ඔප්පු කරන්න බැරි නම් ඔබතුමා මේකෙන් අයින් වෙනවා කියලා පොරොන්දුවක් දෙන්න මට.
Up next is a special segment, The Real Story.
Jagat Pushpakumara, former Minister of Coconut Development. Party, Sri Lanka Freedom Party. District, Monaragala. Last represented Parliament 2010 to 2015. Current post, Uva Province Project Director. The Presidential Commission of Inquiry into Large-Scale Corruption and Fraud, or PRESIFAC, launches investigation into the misuse of over 5 million rupees of the Coconut Development Authority to acquire state-owned land under his wife's name during the administration of the previous government. A fire broke out at an official residence he resides down Vijayaramamawatha, Colombo 7 around 6 this morning. A room allocated for security guards was damaged in the fire. Preliminary investigations revealed an electrical leakage in the house to be the cause of the fire.
With
the toppling of the government, a problem arose with regard to vehicles owned by the Presidential Secretariat and official residences. The ministers who were defeated in the elections did not hand over the official residences. Something that we all know is that if an ordinary government servant resides in an official residence in the Colombo area on false pretenses for 2 or 3 months, they will be dragged out by the fiscal authorities.
It's been around 4 to 5 months since Parliament was dissolved and general elections were held. So how is it possible that he still resides in an official residence? This is misuse of state property. There are several other ministers like this. He wouldn't have got caught if this house did not catch fire.
Former Minister Jagat Pushpakumara, however, had this to say on the matter.
I serve at the Presidential Secretariat. I am the Presidential Project Director. So I have been provided with an official residence by the Ministry of Public Administration.
However, in an inquiry made by Newsfirst, the senior official at the Ministry of Public Administration and Management said that there is no provision to provide a project director with an official residence.
Speaking in Badulla today, JVP Provincial Councillor Samantha Vidyaratna heavily criticised the ritual performed by the opposition where coconuts were smashed.
Recently, I saw in the newspaper that the administration secretary of the Sinigama Devalaya has lodged a complaint with the police that the arms box of the Devalaya had gone missing. This went missing after the joint opposition went there to smash coconuts. I also saw where the priest of another Devalaya had complained to the police that the gold-plated statue of the Devalaya is missing. Back then, we used to complain to the police about the disappearance of our earrings, rings or cattle. But today, even the gods go to the FCID to complain about their missing gold statues and arms boxes. So even though the joint opposition goes to Devalayas, the gods aren't there. So even God convenes his council and says the only place that can resolve their issues is the FCID. For the commissions, they have taken arms boxes, run for their lives since late. When they see these persons and ghost statues tremble. Although they go from temple to temple to collect merit, they cannot resolve the issue of employment, which means the true wishes of the people in the country have not been fulfilled.
Have we forgotten? Around 1,200 families were left in distress following the commencement of the Uma oil project in 2008 with the financial aid of the Export Development Bank of Iran. The situation aggravated on the 24th of December 2014 when water started leaking from the Karanagola tunnel of the Uma oil project for nearly 2 months.
Utam pakiri umang bidina minissu dan doi waturan natua kaum kanna aurutn dakkoi.
Amidst the environmental and social issues, the Umaya project came to a temporary standstill. Compensation was swept under the carpet. On the 6th of March last year, the matter was brought to the attention of the country through the Newsfirst at the program.
Please do not take away our homes and throw us onto the streets. They said homes will be provided for all 80 families who moved out, but today they say it does not apply for those employed in the state sector. Why is this injustice being caused to us who moved out for the sake of the project?
Where is the relief they promised? What have they been doing for 7 years since 2008? I very clearly say to you that if they repeat this mistake, I will resign from my chief ministerial post and get onto the streets with you on this battle.
Even though a year has lapsed since this promise was made, no compensation has been made as yet. Today, locals of this community presented their grievances to JVP leader MP Anurukumara Dissanayaka. Rulers of the previous government also surrendered to commissions. What clearly shows now suggests that the current rulers too have surrendered to these commissions. This land was once known to nourish its locals with clean drinking water. But today, these people are forced to use water according to a schedule. Only if a bowser brings water, they can carry on their day-to-day activities. So this Umaya project has caused these people severe hardship. The rulers have been informed of this matter through every possible way. But what has happened today? The rulers are not seen. They are carrying on with their own programs. Have we forgotten?
Newsfirst contacted the project director at Umaoya Sunil De Silva to make inquiries. He revealed that preparations are underway to pay compensation for 829 households.
We have the report on the damages caused to the homes of 829 families. The department has reported that no damage at all has been caused to about 40 of these homes. There are submissions from about 1,900 or 2,000 households who claim that their homes have been damaged. We have received the report on the estimated damage to about 829 homes and we are making preparations to pay compensation. It is our belief that the contractor company has a duty and responsibility to pay compensation. They have not opposed this and we are making preparations to pay compensation with funds provided by them. A committee chaired by the divisional secretary has been appointed to identify who the true homeowners are. Once this is completed, we will be able to make the payments.
Speaking at a media briefing in Colombo today, Minister Patali Champika refuted claims made by former President Mahinda Rajapaksa that pressure is being exerted on the media.
Everyone agrees that there is media freedom in the country today. All of us know very well how the former president manipulated the media. Certain media institutions and journalists were bought over for money to carry out his own political activities. Others were punished. Media institutions like Sirasa were burnt. Journalists like Lasantha Wickramatunge were murdered in the open. A series of such events took place. So he cannot talk about these things today. He does not have the right to talk about the suppression of the media. Minister Champika Ranawaka also expressed views on the statement made by retired Chief Justice Sarathen Silva that the Sirasa Media Institution obtained money from the LTTE. He knows exactly who gave money to the LTTE. Allegations were raised that a sum of 800 million rupees was paid to the LTTE during the 2005 elections. Today this is proven to be completely true. But the only issue is that the hearing for this case has been concealed by various courts. I do not know if there was such a thing with Sirasa, but if so, it should be investigated. He said that Mahinda Rajapaksa was released from the Helping Hambantota case. Then he said that that was one of the biggest political crimes which has been committed and that Mahinda should be in jail. What Sarathen Silva says should not be believed. For a person who is familiar with the law, he should make such allegations with facts. He cannot speak for the sake of speaking.
Recent statements made by retired Chief Justice Sarathen Silva continue to feature prominently on the political stage today.
The former Chief Justice Sarathen Silva changes his statements from time to time. At times he says that the verdict he passed on the tsunami case against Mahinda Rajapaksa was wrong. Afterwards he came to support Sarath Fonseca in 2010. After that again he went to Mr. Mahinda. He crossed sides again and now he has gone to help Mahinda again. We are ashamed of him as a former Chief Justice. He says that the Tigers gave millions to start Sirasa. I worked at Sirasa for 15 years. Sirasa was started by a Singaporean telecom company together with the Maharaja Group with clean money. That's how Sirasa went into the villages. The Newsfirst brand is embedded in the hearts of everyone. The reason for that being the fact that the channel always lived with the people. SM Markar made this statement at an event organized to distribute spectacles at St. Mary's Church in Ratmalana.
Speaking at the 10th anniversary of the Faculty of Law of the Jaffna University today, Chief Justice Keshri Pavan made the following statement.
Law is not a trade where pursuit of the rupee is the lawyer's principal goal. The law is a vocation. It demands a spirit of dedication to the ideals for which it stands. Today, there is a growing demand for justice rather than law. The legal profession, therefore, will need to cater to this demand through its educational processes, its professional ethics, and its revived dedication to justice.
Another phase of the Samata Sahana Relief Program got underway in Karabavava, Lunugambehera today.
Minister Sajid Premadasa laid the foundation stone today for a bridge that is being constructed in the Karabavava area in Lunugambehera at a cost of 19.5 million rupees.
What happened in the recent past is that the rulers of the country prioritized their own wants and wasted millions upon millions of rupees. A large amount of the country's wealth was spent on the club of friends who worked to nourish the royal family. The change now is that we are spending money on the ordinary people of the country. Today, the President and Prime Minister of our country have made the 20 million people of this country members of the Sirisena family, members of the Vikramasinghe family, and members of the family of the Good Governance government.
For the first time in Sri Lankan history, a group of journalists spent the night on top of the dangerous Kurulangala mountain located in Walawaya. Yesterday on Newsfirst, we brought to you that one-of-a-kind experience where the aim was to witness how the rays of sunlight bring life to the magnificent works of art on the mountain walls. The works of art opened a new avenue of exploration into Sri Lanka's prehistoric life. The following report was filed by a Newsfirst team that dared to do the impossible.
The night spent atop the Rakhitakanda mountain was one filled with adventure, fear and excitement. As the sun broke through the darkness and the cold and misty weather started to disappear, the excitement to witness the magnificent and mysterious work of art started to grow. As daylight broke, we were taken by surprise by the sound of a mysterious and unknown bird. Methananda was our guide in this journey, and the honor of discovering this mysterious place goes to him, and he says that witnessing this bird is a very, very rare sight. However, our cameraman Disnaka Nayanjana was quick to capture footage of this bird rarely seen by humans. As rays of sunlight from the east touched the mountain walls, the works of art in Kurulangala mesmerized us. These works of art have clear geometrical shapes and includes lifelike drawings of birds in addition to other shapes. Some of the drawings cannot be identified clearly and raise questions on what they actually depict.
When you take into account the locations of these drawings and the height from sea level, it is clear that these were drawn based on something that was more important than day-to-day activities. Such drawings of birds have never been discovered anywhere else in Sri Lanka.
These drawings do not belong to any of the traditions of art in Sri Lanka, and among these drawings, the marks of human hands in red can be witnessed. What is significant is that they are the palm of a left hand.
පැසිෆික් සාගරයේ උදකලාවේ තිබෙන නැගෙනහිර දූපත්වල ජීවත් වෙන රාපා නුයි කියන ගෝත්‍රික ජන කණ්ඩායම අතර තිබෙනවා.
Rapa Nui is an isolated island in the eastern Pacific Ocean. The tribesmen that lived in this island used to believe on a birdman, and they even worshipped this birdman. They also performed a number of rituals for this worship. One of the ways of worship was the drawing of the images of the birdman on the rocks and mountains of this island. We can clearly draw a distinction between the drawings of the birdman worshipping Rapa Nui Islanders in the Pacifics and from what was discovered in Rakhitakanda. This does not mean that the two traditions and cultures have a direct connection. We can determine that fact only after we conduct many tests on the drawings located on the Kurulangala mountain.
එසේ සබඳතාවක් තියනවාද හෝ එසේ නොවනවාද කියන එක අපිට තහවුරු කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ අපේ කුරුල්ලංගල චිත්‍ර විද්‍යාත්මක පදනමක පිහිටා කාල නිර්ණය කිරීමෙන් පසුයි.
Even to date, there is clear evidence that these drawings range across an area of the mountain which is over 50 feet in height. However, open to torrential downpour and decay over a period of time, what now remains is only an area which is 8 feet in height. We spent the night atop the Kurulangala mountain to witness the amazing works of art by an unknown person or a group. Why were these pieces of art drawn here? No one still knows, and for what reason. This is yet another journey of Newsfirst in search of clues of Sri Lankan history. But our journey does not stop here. There's plenty more to come. So until next time, the Newsfirst team, with my cameraman Disnaka Nayanjana and Randika Hettiarachi, I'm Zulfik Farzan for Newsfirst.
You're watching News First, and up next is Action TV.
The police had to intervene today as well to open the Dewala Hindu Sri Dharmasoka Dhamma school in Dambana. The police explained to the security guard, who had on the instructions of the principal padlocked the gates and left, the reason for Dhamma school to be conducted today. As per an order issued by the Secretary of the Eastern Province Ministry of Education, the principal in question must take steps to ensure that the Dhamma school functions without any obstacle. However, for close to a year, the Secretary's order has not been implemented. While classes at the Dhamma school were underway, the residents of Dewalahinda were seen preparing for an abhicharya, a religious ritual endemic to the area. At the same time, another group of people were seen combing the schoolyard looking for evidence of the alleged timber racket that is said to have taken place here. The police, who on Tuesday interrogated the principal of the school for close to 3 hours, have submitted the relevant report to court. The report notes that 28 trees in the schoolyard are missing. Will the police conduct an investigation that goes beyond the report? Action TV will keep a close watch.
While it is a popular belief that the capital Colombo receives all amenities, many sections of the city's population live in abject poverty. The following report focuses on people in Colombo too who live by lamplight.
This housing complex was constructed and handed over to the railway employees on the 29th of October last year. A sum of 600 million rupees was spent on this construction. However, not even 3 months later, a number of issues have arisen. Residents say that the elevator of the housing complex constantly malfunctions. The Newsfirst team, which visited the complex, received a first-hand experience of the issue at hand. Electricity supply has still not reached many houses. Certain people have resorted to taking electricity from public spaces. Since the roofs of these houses have not been laid properly, the flow of water into these houses cannot be prevented. This house is riddled with death traps. I came here on the 14th of this month. There is no lock in the front door. The UDA comes and looks at it every day and promises to fix this. Come and look at the state of these doors. I only came here because I have nowhere else to go. I don't have 15,000 rupees to pay rent. We live on our monthly salary.
The single largest public service initiative in Sri Lanka, the Newsfirst Gum at the Door-to-Door campaign, covering the most rural parts of Sri Lanka, giving a voice to the voiceless. The Newsfirst Gum at the Door-to-Door initiative, an unprecedented island-wide campaign in association with the University of Peradeniya.
An individual committed suicide after killing his wife in the 20-acre village in Moravaka, Matara.
Police received information that following a heated argument between the couple, the husband had stabbed his wife with a sharp object before pouring kerosene on her body and setting it on fire. The police said that the individual had thereafter set himself ablaze. He consumes liquor and gets into fights. Both of them constantly part ways and go back to their homes. After a few days later, they are back together where they start fighting again. This is how it has constantly been. So yesterday I got to know that she has been murdered like this. The victim's spouse died upon being admitted to the Mathura General Hospital by area residents. I received a call at around 9 saying that my brother had killed his wife and set himself on fire. Then we came looking for them. When I came, he had already set himself on fire while his wife was already dead. I called 119. The deceased are parents of 2 children who were not at home at the time of the incident.
Speaking at an event held in Timbovila, Piliyandala today, Western Provincial Councillor Susil Kindelpitiya highlighted the need to implement a program which ensures that local government funds trickle down to the people.
Susil Kindelpitiya donated chairs to the Dua Watta United Committee today, parallel to the committee's 2nd anniversary. A provincial councillor is allocated 3.5 million rupees annually. With the establishment of the so-called Good Governance government, this 3.5 million was increased to 5 million. That is a good measure. It is very difficult to distribute 3.5 million. Our local government representatives know that this is a great battle. This time around, the financial committee has stated that money given to these committees needs to be reduced. But I have launched a massive fight against this decision.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's edition of News First Weekend. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great week ahead of you. Good night.